everyone. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my grieving process of the corgi car accident I witnessed 3 months ago. I was with my support provider, Jenny, and I talked about the whole accident on my channel a few weeks ago. And I'm just going to tell you how I am grieving and just share the major highlights of what I witnessed and how I'm doing as my mental health is getting stronger when I'm just focusing on other things. So I witnessed the accident Wednesday night at 5 p.m. The date was March 11th, 2020. I was with my support provider, Jenny. I was in shock mode for a few days after the incident happened. Right when that accident occurred, I was in shock mode. I knew I have lost control over my emotions, and boom, just like that. I could still operate as a human for the last seconds of the accident to when we were going in the house. I was still operating by myself, but I needed Jenny to help me get out of the scene. Then on Monday, March 16th, I walked a dog on a leash for the first time since the accident. It was my Monday client's dog, and that was really surreal. I couldn't believe that I actually did that, and I knew I had to, and because I do this for many dogs in my neighborhood, and it felt awesome to do that. And I sent a picture to Jenny of me holding the leash with the dog I took care of, and she was really happy I did that. Then on Tuesday, March 17th, just a day later, I drove to Oregon City to honor the puppy. I wanted to honor the puppy by myself and honor all the puppies being born into the world we live in. I feel like I drove to a nice little town, and there was water going through the town, and I just took a picture of it. I wanted to just have that decompressing time and just honor all the dogs who are in my life. So I did that drive by myself, and that was really meaningful that I did that. Then on Thursday, March 19th, I drove to Boring, Oregon, and I drove to Guide Dogs of the Blind. I wanted to just think about dogs and just appreciate dogs in all ways possible. So I drove to the Guide Dogs to the Blind campus, and I just drove there just for a driving activity. So I did that, and again, I just wanted to remember all the dogs in my life and how dogs help people with their challenges. And then the next big event was Saturday, March 25th. And I had some fears and PTSD thoughts. That is when it kicked in for real. I knew I was diagnosed with it, and it was very scary to grieve and just to process it, because I knew I was scared. I had some fears in my head, but I just knew I could get through it, and I'm doing a lot better now. And I did most of my Facebook posts about the dog accident too, so I documented all of this and some more details on my personal Facebook page, just to have that as the memories too. Then on Tuesday, March 24th, I drove past that accident scene in my car. I drove slowly. I wanted to just pay my respects to the scene and just remember that it's okay going past the scene, because that was the biggest hurdle of the grieving process, is actually going back to the scene by myself. And I did that, and I was proud of myself. Then 2 months update on my Facebook post. So I did weekly and monthly updates on my Facebook, and when I saw a dog, how I was grieving, that was on Facebook too, just to document that. And then 5 weeks, I saw a corgi puppy walk down my street, and that made me happy because the puppy was so happy, and it just reminded me of just layering all those happy thoughts and memories over the bad negative ones that I witnessed. And then on Tuesday, April 14th, I walked past the scene of the accident by myself, and I embraced it, and I did it, and I conquered it. Walking past it, ooh, again, I took my time, but I did it, and I felt fine. I knew I had to drive past it and walk past it, and I did. And again, I just had to do it for myself, just to grieve. And then I am just making sure that I'm layering all the happy moments, and just making sure like I'm okay with the outcome, because it's really unknown of what really happened when the dog and the owner left the scene of the accident. But with life happening right now, I am so distracted. Like, there's so many life things going on in my life. And I feel that my PTSD thoughts are like gone, completely gone. The only one PTSD thought I have is actually petting a corgi puppy, which is not the case right now, but I know that's gonna happen. And when I conquer that fear, then I'm done with my grieving process and doing this all by myself with support with Jenny. Jenny has been a huge part of this process, and again, we just talk about it a little bit, not as often as it happened, but we just kind of remember it a little bit. But she has been a big support to me, and I have been working by myself, and it's been nice walking a few dogs here and there. I only walked 3 dogs because of this virus going on, so it's kind of like making me feel like, oh, I got to walk my cousin dog and Cooper, and that was very healing on me too, and it felt nice to walk by myself with them. And then I went to a few dog parks and got to see all the dogs happy and chasing after each other. So there's so many life events around dogs that I love doing still, and I love dog walking. That's my passion. I haven't been doing it lately because of this happening, but I'm so happy that dogs are a part of my life. They bring so much joy into me. So I'm like completely done with my grieving process, and I'm feeling much better. Like, wow, I made it through this, and that made me mentally strong in my brain, emotionally strong in my heart, and just how I feel. And I am strong because of this. But I am so sad that I witnessed it, but I have no feelings about the accident now, besides that one PTSD thought of touching a corgi. That will be like the hardest day of my life. But I just wanted to share this experience with you. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.